Dodgers win Game 2 of the World Series 4-2, and they now lead this best-of-7 series 2-0. Uh, right off the bat, I just want to apologize. Um, I wanted to do this last night. That was the plan. I was going to come home after Game 2, and just like I've done every postseason game up to this point, I was going to do, a couple minutes here right after, but it was a late night yesterday. By the time I got home, by the time I got to my car, by the time I got home, I was dead tired. The crazy thing is obviously I have a regular job at Dodger Stadium, which I enjoy, but man, like obviously we're at the part of the season now where, you're living and dying with every single pitch. And I'm just so emotionally drained after these games. It's not even funny. Like the adrenaline and the high that I have being there at this game at the stadium every night. And then when it's all said and done, I'm sitting there waiting for the bus and I'm like, damn. Like it's my energy is completely shot and I'm tired. So I tried, but I was just so tired yesterday. I just went to bed. But anyway, just letting you know why I didn't do this last night. Dodgers do something that they haven't done since the division series against the San Diego Padres in 2020. Go up 2-0 in a series. It's been a while. I didn't realize that until this postseason that it's been a while since the Dodgers have gone up 2-0 in a series. And I was very interested to see how this Dodger team would come out today because obviously that was such an emotional crazy game one. Freddie Freeman's heroic hitting that grand slam, walk-off grand slam to win the game. I was very interested to see how this Dodger team would respond in game two. Are they going to be a little sluggish out of the gate, or are they going to be ready to go? And I think they were ready to go. You know, um, they weren't exactly hitting the ball over the yard, but they got just enough out of their guys to win this game. Tommy Edman had another big home run. He's been like the unsung hero of this entire postseason run. He already has an NLCS MVP, but he is destroying left-handed pitching, and he got another home run to get the scoring started in Game 2, a solo home run that went into the corner um, by the Dodgers bullpen off of Rodon in the second inning, and that made it 1-0. And then again, this is been one of the complaints about the Dodgers this postseason. One of the very few complaints. When they get a lead like that and they score first, they have a hard time really sustaining it. Now, thankfully, not every single time that's happened, but again, it happened again yesterday where Soto, in the top of the third inning, on a 3-2 pitch where Yamamoto completely missed the spot, and we'll get to him in a second. Missed the spot. Soto, being the great hitter that he is, did what he was supposed to do: destroy a pitch that was in a mislocation, hit it into the bullpen or hit it into the pavilion. I don't remember which one, and it tied the game. And then, but again, like the Dodgers have been doing all postseason, fighting back. You got back-to-back home runs from Teoscar Hernandez, who thank God he's come back around because he was struggling so much in the first 5 games against the Mets in the championship series. Had a couple big knocks in the pennant-winning Game 6, and he's been good. He's been very good so far in this World Series, and he had a big home run. And Freddie Freeman continuing off the heroics of Game 1, hitting a piss missile for a home run. It was one of those, and I got to see it live in person. It was one of those that you knew off the bat, kind of like his grand slam in Game 1. You knew it was gone right off the bat. And I think so did every Dodger and Yankee fan that was in attendance last night. So you got again 3 home runs, I should say. 3 home runs were hit in this game by the Dodgers, and that was enough. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I probably should have led off with him, but he was fantastic yesterday. 6 1/3 of an inning, 1 hit, the one solo shot he gave up to Juan Soto, and 4 strikeouts. Fantastic, and you could make a a very good argument because he was only at 86 pitches when Dave Roberts took him out. I would have liked to see him finish that seventh inning. I really would have. Now, I think if you're Dave Roberts and I think if you're the Dodgers, you got way more than what you probably expected out of him. And the way that first inning kind of went, first couple innings, first two innings really, it kind of looked like he was gonna maybe not be out there that long. That he was gonna maybe, if you can get maybe 4 or 5 out of him, that'll be perfect. But because the pitch count was high, but then he had a couple shutdown innings, which was good, and he was able to go deep into this ball game that helped this Dodgers team. Um, he's been fantastic, fantastic. Um, he's pitched very well against the New York Yankees. One in New York, which was the best start of his career, and then now in Game Two of the World Series. It's crazy. And listen, I didn't overreact or anything because it was only one start. But when he got lit up in Korea by the San Diego Padres in his first career start, there was real conversation from, listen, people that don't like the Dodgers or just people trying to be funny, that, hey, you gave this guy the richest contract in MLB history before any pitcher, and now you're going to, and he doesn't even look like he's worth the contract. Well, I think it's safe to say in year one, he's lived up to it. Now, listen, I understand he got hurt after that start in June, and he didn't come back until like the end of August, but still, this guy so far in year one, whether that's his last start or not of this season, lived up to the contract in year one. You know, he's had a very good postseason, and he's been one of the unsung heroes of this postseason. Um, and I again, I yesterday, and there was a lot of Dodger fans that were not happy um, when Dave Roberts decided after he got out. I think it was, I'm trying to remember, but um, he got out. He was in the middle of the order. I think that's why I was so frustrated. But you had Jazz Chisholm and you had Anthony Rizzo coming up middle, kind of bottom of the order, and Dave Roberts decided to go out and get him and bring in Anthony Bonda. He was still at a decent pitch count, where I would have liked to see him finish that inning. But again, they know way more about it, way more stuff than I do, and I understand third time to the order and all that. But selfishly, I would have liked to see him, and I think a lot of Dodger fans were kind of shaking their heads a little bit because it was like, man, just let him finish. He's in a groove. He's retired 11 in a row. Let him go out there and get these last two outs, and that's it. But hey, you might need him again in maybe a game six or whenever. But um, fantastic all around, and he's been one of the best stories this year. Outside of Otani's historic season, everything that has happened, Yamamoto has stepped up, and so far in year one, he's living up to the contract. So major props to him. And then things kind of almost took a turn for the worse. It literally. So let me. Yesterday was literally like a party. It was literally a party, and it got started with Ice Cube performing um, right before the game started. It was fantastic. He got the crowd into it. Everybody was hyped up. It was like no way the Dodgers are gonna go out there and lose after Ice Cube put it on this performance. And then obviously Tommy Edman, got a home run. Teoscar and Freddie went back to back. It was 4-1. The Yankees looked completely lifeless, and it was like not only are they going to go up 2-0, but this is not even going to get interesting. And then it was a party up until Shohei Ohtani attempted to steal second base in the bottom of the seventh inning, and he was down and in pain. And literally all of Dodger Stadium, like it just the music stopped. Like everybody was just holding their breath. Like this, hopefully this is not anything crazy. And it is a shoulder injury. It was confirmed last night and this morning. However, according to Dave Roberts and according to people that are familiar with the situation, he is expected to be in the lineup tomorrow. Now, whether he's at 100%, I mean, that's probably not happening. Listen, none of these guys are at 100% this time of year, but still, um, it seems like it could have been a lot worse. It's just a matter of what the pain tolerance is. But they are very encouraged of how he felt today, and he's expected, as we speak, to be in a workout with the Dodgers today. And I'm sure they're going to get MRI tests on him and stuff. So, um, You need him in there. You do, like just his presence in the lineup makes it scary. I'm not saying that, Mookie, Freddie, Muncy, all these guys can't pick up the slack because they can, but they get pitched very differently knowing that Shohei Ohtani's not in that starting lineup anymore. And just, again, having Ohtani's presence in there, it makes a huge difference. He may not be 100%, but pitchers are still going to be afraid to throw anything, are going to be afraid to throw him anything to hit because they know that he can still probably get to it and put it over the seats or do something damage with it. So we'll see, but it sounds like he should be good to go for tomorrow. Whether he's at 100%, we're not going to know, but um, just hopefully Shohei is okay. Okay, the game's not till tomorrow night, so you know today shouldn't really mean anything. It all matters on how he feels and wakes up tomorrow. Because right now, you can feel great, but tomorrow you could wake up something agging you, and again, Dave Roberts might have to make a decision. But hopefully Shohei is okay. And then in the ninth inning, it got a little interesting. This was another head scratching move. I don't understand why Dave Roberts wanted to go to Blake Trinan for the second straight night. And I thought about it after the game, and even during the game, it's like this is where losing Evan Phillips for this series was a big blow. Because I think had Evan Phillips been healthy, he would have been in there to close that ninth inning. Um, you allow the Yankee hitters to see him again for the second time, second straight night, and they got some good hard contact off of him. Juan Soto hit a ball that went off the wall. Jazz Chisholm got a base hit. Giancarlo got a base hit down the line that hit the bag that scored Soto to make it 4-2. However, he was able to get two big outs as he was able to strike out Aaron Judge on a sweeper and get Anthony Volpe on a sweeper. And Alex Vesia coming in with the bases loaded, a lefty righty matchup, and he was able on one pitch to get Trevino to pop up, and that was your ball game. And the Dodgers go up 2-0 in this World Series. So um, it was a great win. It was a good win. It looked like it was going to slip out of their hands, and it really looked like damn, with one pitch, and not only this game might be tied, but hey, you might be losing this game. But luckily, the Dodgers were able to hang on. They go up 2-0, and they go to New York in Game 3 tomorrow. Um, so Dodgers do what they're supposed to do. It kind of sucked, and it took a lot of the energy out of the game. But the energy came back because of that crazy, almost, game blowing ninth inning. That the energy kind of came back, but energy was really sucked out of that stadium once Ohtani got hurt. But either way, Dodgers still were able to get a win, and they're now 2 wins away. You're halfway home. You cannot let your foot off the gas. The whole Yankee side right now is is preaching just get one game. Just get one game. And if you're the Dodgers, if you can win tomorrow, the series is by no means over. But I think reality would start to kick in that, we can win a game or two, but winning 4 games in a row is virtually impossible. So we'll see how Dave Roberts manages the game tomorrow. It's going to be very interesting. And you got the right guy in Walker Buehler going, a big game pitcher who wants the ball in these situations. And he wants to go up 3-0, and that whole team wants to go up 3-0. So we'll see. But the Dodgers were able to take care of their home field. And who knows? That might have been the final Dodger home game of the 2024 season. You just never know. You never know. The way the Dodgers are playing right now, who knows if this series even comes back to LA. But if it is, I'm glad the Dodgers got to end it with a win. If it's not, hey, you know what? Looks like they might have a shot to close it out at home. But we'll see. Um, Game 3 tomorrow. Dodger Stadium has been awesome. They were electric last night again. World Series Game 2. And a fantastic performance by Ice Cube, really setting the tone and reminding everybody that the West Coast is the best coast. And LA is the place to be right now. You got the Lakers winning, you got the Kings winning, you got USC winning. So far, life is good in Los Angeles right now, but you got to finish the deal. You have to. And the Dodgers are 2 wins away. Like Ice Cube said yesterday, today was a good day. See you after game 3. Adios.